Hello, my name is Dayana Ricaldi, and today my speech is going to be about caffeine's hidden risk. Now, picture pulling an all-nighter for an exam or a work deadline fueled by energy drinks, coffee, or multiple caffeinated sodas. What if this is a common habit that is quietly harming our health? Now, caffeine is one of the most widely used stimulants among young adults, often seen as a harmless way to stay alert. While it can temporarily increase energy and focus, research shows that over-reliance on caffeine can have serious consequences. From heart problems to mental health issues, many young adults don't realize how their daily caffeine habits can affect their long-term health. Now, let's begin by looking at how young adults rely on caffeine to cope with stress. Young adults increasingly depend on caffeine to cope with academic and work-related stress, risking their long-term health. Now, according to a 2020 CDC survey, college students and young professionals report using caffeine daily to stay alert during school or work demands. This demonstrates that caffeine dependence is widespread and often driven by stress. Social media posts glorify study hacks with multiple energy drinks encouraging unhealthy habits, misleading students into thinking overconsumption is safe. This reliance shows that caffeine is not just a harmless stimulant, but it can pose long-term health risks when used as a coping mechanism. While coping with stress is common, the physical impacts of caffeine can even be more concerning. Now, the excessive caffeine consumption can seriously raise heart rate and blood pressure, increasing young adults' long-term cardiovascular problems. A 2022 study in the Journal of Adolescent Health found that young adults consuming more than 400 milligrams of caffeine daily had significantly higher blood pressure and heart rates. And including some claim from the journal that they found that caffeine is completely safe for everyone, which downplays real risk of cardiovascular stress. Now, highlighting these physical health risks straightens the argument that caffeine overconsumption is dangerous for young adults. Now, beyond physical health, caffeine also affects mental well-being. Overconsumption of caffeine can lead to anxiety, it can lead to irritability, and it can even lead to sleep problems, which negatively impact young adults' mental well-being. Now, the American Psychiatric Association reports that high caffeine intake can exacerbate anxiety, disrupt sleep, and create irritability in young adults. Influencers claiming energy drinks boost focus and mood ignore the mental health consequences, misleading young adults about safe limits. Understanding these mental health effects emphasizes that caffeine overuse affects both body and mind, reinforcing the need for moderation. Having discussed that stress dependence and cardiovascular risk, and also finally mental health effects, let me lead to the conclusion. Now, let me remind you that caffeine overuse among young adults is a hidden health threat. And now that we explored how dependence develops from stress and how excessive intake harms the heart and how it disrupts well-being. Now, what I really encourage everyone here listening today is that I encourage you to monitor your caffeine consumption and to avoid energy drink binges or to have a limit or to honestly even overall seek healthier ways to manage your stress. Don't rely on energy drinks. There are other forms to manage it, such as exercising or even trying to better your sleeping habits, which honestly is better in the long run. And so now, next time you reach for another cup of coffee or an energy drink, as including I and many others, would like to do, especially when we're really tired. Let's remember, what seems like a simple pick-me-up could quietly be putting yours and mine's body and mind at risk. Making informed, moderate choices today protects your long-term health. Thank you.